34,500 cultivated acres, 440 million pounds of guava annually, $1 billion industry. But did you know that to get just one perfect guava, Taiwanese farmers must prune away all the other fruit on the same branch? They meticulously bag each individual piece of fruit with a plastic sleeve. They use a precise drip irrigation system, delivering water drop by drop. They check for sweetness using advanced technology. And once harvested, they turn the simple act of cutting guava into a dazzling street performance you can't look away from. From the soil to your hand, this is the journey every single guava takes. Guava is a familiar fruit, but the journey to creating a single, market-standard piece of fruit is complex beyond imagination. In Taiwan, everything begins in the nurseries, where young trees are nurtured in an environment where temperature, light, and humidity are controlled like a laboratory. Once transplanted to the fields, each tree is spaced precisely, watered using a micro-drip system that is accurate to the drop, and pruned according to a strict regimen to ensure nutrients are concentrated only on the best fruit. As the fruit begins to develop, farmers bag each one individually with a plastic sleeve. This protects it from pests, rain, wind, and harsh sun. Every fruit is tracked for its sweetness, size, and crispness before being harvested entirely by hand to prevent bruising. After harvest, the guavas are washed, graded, wrapped for shock protection, and shipped across Taiwan and around the world. From a tiny sapling to a perfect piece of fruit, this is a story few people have ever truly seen. After the young guava trees are planted in the ground, the next critical phase begins, a stage that determines whether these saplings will develop into fruit-bearing trees. This involves the installation of a drip irrigation system, a modern watering technology that has completely transformed how Taiwanese farmers care for their crops. Unlike traditional irrigation, where water is sprayed across the field, leading to waste and inefficiency, the drip system operates on the principle of precise, individualized nutrient therapy for each tree. Every drop of water is delivered directly to the root zone, ensuring the tree receives the exact amount of moisture it needs, no more and no less. The water source, whether from bore wells or nearby reservoirs, passes through a multi-layered filtration system to remove sediment, impurities, and harmful minerals. This filtered, clean water not only promotes healthy plant growth, but also prevents clogging of the drip lines, a problem that could otherwise disable the entire system. But this is more than just watering. The system also integrates essential nutrients, phosphorus, potassium, and nitrogen, dissolved directly into the water and distributed evenly to the root zone. This is the fertigation technique, the combination of irrigation and fertilization, allowing the guava trees to absorb nutrients most efficiently without damaging the soil structure. The benefits of this system go beyond convenience. According to agricultural experts, drip irrigation can save up to 50% of water compared to traditional methods, while also reducing the risk of weeds and fungal diseases, guava's dangerous enemies. Because water is delivered only where needed, the surrounding soil remains dry, creating an unfavorable environment for pests and diseases to thrive. This is the perfect synergy of science and practical experience, a testament that modern agriculture isn't about entirely replacing human effort, but about giving them better tools to care for each plant as if it were their own child. As the guava tree enters its 4th month, a crucial stage begins, a phase farmers call shaping the tree's future. This isn't merely about removing excess branches, it's a subtle art form that demands experience and precision with every cut. Pruning, from the perspective of agronomists, is like an architect designing a house. Every branch that remains must have a clear purpose, and every leaf must contribute to the plant's overall health. Branches that grow too densely or overlap not only block sunlight, but also create a humid environment, an ideal breeding ground for fungal diseases. Removing them is not a loss, but a way to help the tree focus its nutrients where they are truly needed. Simultaneously, weeds around the base of the tree are regularly removed. Though seemingly harmless, they are silent nutrient thieves. In limited soil conditions, every nutrient molecule is precious, and farmers cannot afford to let weeds share this vital resource with the guava tree. But the real challenge comes when the tree begins to flower and prepare to set fruit. This is when the farmer must make a radical decision: tip pruning, a classic yet extremely effective technique. By cutting off the tip of a young branch, they force the tree to redirect the flow of nutrients from the apex down to the developing fruit. It's a paradox. For the plant to thrive and produce better fruit, sometimes you have to remove a part of it. After tipping, each young guava fruit is carefully wrapped in a special plastic sleeve. From the outside, this might look like a simple protective measure, but in reality, it is the most critical step in creating export-quality guavas. The sleeve not only protects against birds, insects, and harsh weather, but also creates a stable microclimate, where temperature and humidity are naturally controlled, helping the fruit develop uniformly in size and sweetness. This labor-intensive method has been proven to yield superior results. Guavas cared for using this method are 15–20% sweeter and have smoother skin compared to naturally grown guavas. Harvest season doesn't start with a calendar or a pre-written plan. It begins with one simple but difficult question: is the fruit sweet enough? To answer this, Taiwanese farmers don't rely on vague feelings or experience. They use a Brix meter, a tool that measures the sugar concentration in the fruit juice. The export standard for premium pearl guava requires a minimum Brix level of 12 to 14 degrees, but the finest fruit can reach 16 Brix or higher. Every morning, they randomly select a few fruits from different sections of the orchard, sample the juice, and test it. If the number hasn't met the mark, they patiently wait a few more days. When the sweetness is just right, the harvest begins, but not with machines. Every single guava is cut by hand, using sharp shears to cleanly sever the stem without tearing the skin. This movement must be both quick and gentle, as any bruise on the skin can ruin the fruit during transportation. After being cut, each guava is placed softly into a foam-lined tray, never stacked. This might seem like a waste of space, but it's the only way to ensure every piece arrives in the consumer's hands in the most perfect condition possible. From the tree to the tray, from the tray to the truck, every step of the guava's journey is meticulously calculated. Because they understand that after all the effort, from propagation, planting, irrigation, and pruning, damaging the fruit in the final stage would render all previous efforts meaningless. When the guavas leave the orchard, they are not truly finished. Before they can reach the consumer, they must go through a strict post-harvest processing procedure, where every detail is tightly controlled. The first step is stem removal and surface washing. While seemingly simple, Guava washing doesn't just use plain water. Many processing facilities use water treated with safe concentrations of ozone or chlorine to eliminate surface bacteria, while also cleaning off dust and any residue from the fruit bags. This process not only ensures hygiene, but also extends the fruit's shelf life. After washing, the guavas are graded by size, color, and skin perfection. Fruit with scratches, deformities, or those that don't meet export standards are separated for domestic consumption or processed into juice. Only the premium fruit, uniformly green skin, blemish-free, and consistent in size, is selected for export. Packaging is the final but equally important step. Each guava is individually wrapped in a PE foam net, then placed into plastic trays with fixed slots so the fruit does not touch each other. The trays are then packed into ventilated cardboard boxes, which help maintain stable humidity and temperature during long-distance transport. From the packing facility, these boxes of guava are loaded onto refrigerated trucks, maintaining a temperature of 10 to 12 graus, 50–54 degrees, the ideal temperature to keep the guava fresh without damaging its texture. The final destination is distribution centers, supermarkets, or export ports, where the journey from the farm to the table is officially complete. Having witnessed the meticulous journey of the Taiwanese guava from the nursery to the table, we now shift to another story, one of patience, technique, and the art of cultivation on a completely different scale. Imagine standing in the San Joaquin Valley, California, the heart of the U.S. raisin industry. Stretching out before you are 150,000 acres of vineyards, where over 3,000 farmers cultivate the crop whose product is consumed worldwide. These are not just ordinary fields. This is where 100% of the U.S. raisin supply is produced, a multi-billion-dollar industry annually. Unlike the guava, a fruit requiring meticulous, piece-by-piece care, raisins are grown using a highly industrialized approach. But that doesn't mean there's a lack of dedication. These grape growers face their own unique challenge: how to manage thousands of acres of land, ensure every cluster reaches the perfect sweetness, and transform fresh grapes into a shelf-stable dried product that lasts all year. The answer lies in a blend of tradition and modern technology. From how the vines are planted and the irrigation systems used, to the sun-drying process and factory processing, every step is precisely calculated. And like the Taiwanese guava, every final product carries a story of the dedication, knowledge, and passion of the people behind it. Let's explore this journey, from the young vine to the sweet, dried raisins on the supermarket shelf. In the San Joaquin Valley, where land is vast and production scale is massive, digging holes for planting is no longer done by hand. Instead, modern farms utilize specialized hole-digging machinery, equipment that can create thousands of holes with uniform depth and diameter in just a few days. Why is this important? Because the depth of the hole directly impacts root development. A hole that is too shallow will cause the roots to grow horizontally instead of deep, making the vine susceptible to drought. A hole that is too deep can lead to waterlogging and root rot. Mechanization not only saves time, but also ensures consistency, a crucial factor when managing thousands of plants across a vast area. But technology is only part of the story. The most important decision still lies in choosing the right grape variety. In California, most raisins are made from the Thompson seedless variety, a seedless type with high sugar content and good drought resistance. However, some farmers also grow varieties like Selma Peat, Fiesta, or dough vine, each with distinct characteristics regarding sweetness, berry size, and ripening time. Variety selection not only affects yield, but also determines resistance to pests, diseases, and harsh weather. A correctly chosen variety can help farmers mitigate the risk of crop loss due to unpredictable temperatures or sudden outbreaks, challenges that are increasingly common in the context of climate change. After digging the holes, workers plant the young grapevines by placing each one into the hole, covering it with soil and watering to maintain moisture. The combination of machinery with human labor at this stage helps increase productivity and ensure the quality of the plants. Post-planting, irrigation is critical for the healthy development of the vines. Modern drip irrigation technology is commonly used for precise and water-efficient watering. Supplying essential nutrients through organic and chemical fertilizers is also necessary, tailored to the soil conditions and the specific variety planted. Sturdy stakes are necessary to support the growing vines, typically made of wood or metal and standing 6 to 8 feet tall. They should be installed before planting, allowing the vines to be tied up immediately thereafter. Wires are attached to the stakes to promote vertical growth, ensuring the vines receive maximum sunlight and making harvesting easier later on. The grape harvest season in California is a meticulously timed period. Starting in May, when the vines begin to flower and set clusters, farmers closely monitor the fruit's development. 4 months later, in late August or early September, when the dry heat peaks with temperatures often exceeding 95 degrees, the grapes reach their ideal sweetness, the crucial time to begin harvesting. The tradition of hand harvesting is still maintained by many farms, especially those producing premium raisins. Workers move along each row, using shears to cut individual clusters and place them onto paper or plastic trays laid out between the rows. This work requires speed and precision. The clusters must be cut cleanly, avoiding dropping berries or damaging the vine. Under the scorching San Joaquin Valley sun, each worker can harvest hundreds of pounds of grapes per day, working from early morning until the temperature becomes unbearable in the afternoon. But with the increasing scale of production, many farms have switched to using mechanized harvesters. These machines operate by vigorously shaking the vine, causing the grape clusters to fall onto a conveyor belt below. This method can harvest an acre in just a few hours, a job that would take a crew of workers an entire day. However, machinery also comes with a drawback. It can drop leaves, small branches, and unripened clusters, requiring a more complex post-harvest sorting process. Once picked, the grapes are spread evenly on the trays and sun-dried naturally for about 2 to 3 weeks. This is the critical step. California's sun and dry wind evaporate the moisture, transforming the fresh grapes into raisins while preserving their distinctive sweetness and flavor. When the sun-dried raisin trays leave the fields, they are not yet ready for the consumer. First, they must go through a complex industrial processing procedure, where modern technology transforms the raw material into an export-standard product. The first step is cleaning. Raisins from the field often come with stems, dry leaves, dirt, and other impurities. At the plant, they are conveyed through a system combined with strong vacuum suction, removing light debris like leaves and stems. The raisins are then washed with clean water multiple times to ensure they are completely free of dirt, or unwanted residue. Next is the grading stage, one of the most critical steps in determining the final product quality. Raisins are passed through vibrating screens to be sorted by size: large, medium, and small berries. Each size will have a different end use. Large berries are typically sold whole, while smaller ones may be processed into raisin paste or concentrated juice. But the most advanced technology lies in the laser quality inspection. A system of cameras and optical sensors scans every single raisin at a speed of thousands per minute, detecting damaged, discolored berries or those with foreign material attached. When a defect is found, a small blast of compressed air blows the faulty raisin off the production line. The accuracy of this system is up to 99%, ensuring only the most perfect berries are packaged. However, the raisin story doesn't end there. A significant portion of the production is not sold as whole berries, but is processed into value-added products. Raisin paste, created by pressing dried raisins through a fine mesh at high temperatures, is a common ingredient in the production of yogurt, candy, and baked goods. Concentrated grape juice, with at least 70% natural soluble solids, is widely used in the beverage and functional food industries. The soybean's journey truly begins with a single seed, a minuscule detail that holds the entire fate of a harvest. On the vast industrial farms of America, farmers don't pick just any seed. They meticulously select F1 hybrid varieties, rigorously tested for germination rates, drought resistance, disease immunity, and perfectly suited for each climate zone. Before heading to the field, these seeds are even given a special coat of armor, a layer of beneficial microbes or protective treatments to guard against fungi and bolster their resilience during those vulnerable early stages. For large-scale cultivation, soybeans aren't pampered in nursery trays. Instead, they're sown directly into the soil by specialized, high-tech planters. These machines, with their integrated GPS systems, can precisely space out approximately 130,000 seeds per acre. Imagine that, each seed placed in its optimal spot, creating ideal growing conditions, allowing roots to spread evenly, and setting the stage for impressive yields. Once the seed settles into the earth, the most critical phase begins: germination. For these tiny plants to sprout quickly and strongly, the soil needs consistent moisture and just the right amount of looseness to breathe. Farmers meticulously prepare the ground beforehand, lightly tilling, breaking up any crusts, and ensuring the surface isn't compacted. As soon as conditions are just right, the soybean sprout emerges, pushing up its first two delicate cotyledon leaves. A magical moment that signals new life has begun, and the planting process has been a success. In these early days, the young seedlings are particularly sensitive to weather shifts and vulnerable to diseases. This is where technology steps in. Sophisticated moisture monitors and soil sensors constantly listen and feel the surrounding environment, ensuring the young plants thrive in the best possible conditions. From these fragile sprouts, a vigorous growth cycle is initiated, promising a thriving field of soybeans ahead. As the soybeans enter their second or third week, the entire field undergoes a noticeable transformation. The cotyledon leaves unfurl wider, the stems shoot up with surprising vigor, and the first true leaves begin to emerge, a reassuring sign that the roots have firmly anchored themselves in the soil. From this moment on, the plants enter a period of continuous growth, demanding close monitoring from farmers and the relentless precision of mechanized farming systems. Around the third to fourth week, farmers perform a crucial task: lightly tilling the topsoil. This serves two vital purposes. It breaks up any hard crust that may have formed after rain or irrigation, and it significantly improves oxygen exchange for the roots. Simultaneously, they nourish the plants with organic fertilizers or microbial supplements, boosting nutrient levels to ensure strong stems and uniform development. On these massive farms, integrated cultivators and automated spreaders glide across tens of acres, completing the work in just a few hours. From the 5th to 6th week, the challenge of weeds begins to loom. These unwelcome guests compete for precious nutrients, sunlight, and water, threatening to stunt the soybean plants if not dealt with swiftly. To control them, farmers deploy sprayers that precisely apply biological herbicides or organic treatments, operating with pinpoint accuracy along each row thanks to GPS guidance. This not only optimizes the amount of product used, reducing waste, but also minimizes environmental impact. Pests also require vigilant monitoring during this period. Certain species, like leaf-eating worms or beetles, can inflict significant damage on young plants. Vehicles equipped to spray biological agents or specialized organic compounds are deployed across the fields on a regular cycle, creating a natural protective layer that doesn't compromise soil quality. By roughly 50-60 days, the soybean plants reach their optimal height and begin to form tiny, delicate flower buds. These flowers will eventually transform into pods, developing into protective casings, each holding 2 to 4 plump beans. This is a critical stage that determines the overall yield, so farmers meticulously focus on maintaining stable water levels and ensuring no nutrient deficiencies arise. Throughout this month and a half, the soybean field undergoes a dramatic metamorphosis, from fragile seedlings to sturdy, vibrant rows of plants, now preparing for their final ripening phase and a change in color, signaling the approaching harvest season. As the soybeans enter their final stage, the entire field undergoes a breathtaking spectacle of color, shifting from lush green to a warm golden brown. This is nature's whisper, signaling that the plants have completed their mission, channeling all their precious nutrients into each bean, ready for a bountiful harvest. At this point, the most critical factor farmers monitor isn't the color, but the breadth of the bean, its moisture content. The ideal range is a precise 13 to 15%. It's a delicate balance. If harvested too early when the beans are still too moist, storage becomes a nightmare. Conversely, if left to dry too much, they become brittle, prone to cracking, leading to unfortunate losses during threshing. Farmers meticulously use modern moisture meters, continuously checking samples across multiple points in the field, like dedicated physicians monitoring the pulse of the crop. Simultaneously, their eyes are glued to weather forecasts, because just one unexpected rain shower can instantly drive moisture levels back up, forcing a reluctant delay in harvesting. When the golden leaves have largely fallen, the pods turn crisp and dry, and the color stabilizes unmistakably. The field is officially ready. This is the moment the operational teams eagerly prepare, bringing out fleets of colossal combine harvesters, initiating the large-scale industrial harvest of the season. When the soybean fields reach that perfect golden ripeness, that's when the colossal combine harvesters make their grand entrance. They are the very heart of the entire industrial harvesting process. Picture this. If the entire field is a giant outdoor factory, then the combine is its mobile production line, simultaneously performing 3 crucial tasks: cutting, threshing, and cleaning. All of this happens right there in the field, at a speed that manual labor simply cannot rival. The combine harvester glides into the field, its cutting header, meticulously adjusted close to the ground. Because soybean plants are relatively short, cutting low and with precision is absolutely critical to maximize the number of pods collected. The sharp blades move continuously, shearing off the plant stems, while a powerful auger immediately behind pushes the plants into the processing chamber. Here, a system of rotating drums begins to furiously separate the beans from their pods and stems with incredible force, yet precisely calibrated to minimize any damage or loss. The threshed mixture is then moved to a vibrating screen system. Multiple layers of screens, like intelligent filters, sort the beans by size, separating stems and leaves from the flow of precious beans. A strong current of air continuously blows through, gently whisking away lighter impurities like dry husks or leaf fragments, leaving behind clean and uniform soybeans. The astonishing part is that this cleaning process happens almost instantly, transforming whole, shelled plants into marketable beans in mere seconds. These sparkling clean beans are then transferred to a large grain tank atop the machine's body. But here's the truly impressive part. When the tank is full, the combine doesn't stop. Instead, grain carts drive alongside it, acting as reliable companions, receiving the beans through an unloading auger without interrupting the operation. This on-the-go transfer process significantly speeds up the harvesting, preventing any downtime. On massive farms, dozens of combines operate simultaneously, creating a continuous flow of grain carts, trucks, and machinery, orchestrating a grand ballet of technology. A modern combine can harvest an incredible 20-30 tons of soybeans per day, depending on the variety and field conditions. In concentrated growing regions like Minnesota, Iowa, or Indiana, the entire harvest season is often compressed into just a few short weeks, mitigating weather risks. Speed and precision at this harvesting stage are not just advantages, they are vital, as the quality of each bean directly dictates its market price and subsequent processing potential. Mechanized harvesting not only saves immense amounts of time, but also ensures product consistency, minimizes losses, and lays a solid foundation for the entire supply chain that follows. From here, these clean, dry soybeans will leave the field to enter the sorting and storage phase, where the true value of the harvest continues to be refined. Immediately after leaving the field, the freshly harvested soybeans are transported to receiving stations or primary processing centers. This stage is just as crucial as the harvest itself, for the final quality of the beans largely hinges on proper sorting and storage. Batches of soybeans are poured into receiving hoppers and enter the initial cleaning line. Here, a vibrating screen system diligently removes soil, small stones, and any remaining plant debris. The screens are meticulously designed with different mesh sizes, ensuring that only standard-sized beans are retained. Next, a powerful gust of air is blown through the stream of beans, efficiently removing lighter impurities like dry husks or leaf fragments. In many modern facilities, integrated optical sensors act as electronic eyes, instantly identifying discolored or damaged beans, then separating them from the flow with a precise burst of compressed air. Thanks to this technology, the proportion of commercially viable soybeans is higher and more uniform, meeting stringent USDA standards. Once thoroughly cleaned, the soybeans are directed to sorting areas based on size and intended use. The largest, highest quality beans are reserved for food processing, destined for delicious products like soy milk, tofu, or isolated protein. The remaining, primarily standard-grade beans will head to the oil extraction industry or be processed into protein-rich soy meal for animal feed. And the storage phase is a pivotal step, determining whether the bean's quality can be maintained for many months. Soybeans are conveyed into colossal steel silos, towering structures each capable of holding thousands to tens of thousands of tons, a truly impressive sight. Inside these giants, A sophisticated system continuously monitors temperature and humidity day and night, ensuring the beans remain dry, cool, and free from mold. Some silos are even equipped with smart CO2 sensors designed to detect early signs of fermentation or potential spoilage. From the very beans just separated by the harvester, this entire process of sorting, cleaning, and storage has transformed them into a valuable commodity, ready for their next journey. Transport to processing plants or distribution across domestic and international markets. After bidding farewell to the colossal silos, soybeans embark on their next leg of the journey, integrating into a meticulously organized distribution network that spans the entire United States. At this stage, the now standardized batches of beans are loaded onto trucks, then make their way to buying centers or directly to processing plants. Here, the beans undergo a final quality and moisture inspection before being allocated for their specific purposes: food processing, oil extraction, or animal feed production. For export, the vast majority of soybeans are transported by rail, traversing the immense landscapes to reach major ports like New Orleans, Houston, and Seattle. At these bustling ports, the beans move through advanced conveyor systems, pouring into temporary storage, and then directly loaded into the holds of massive cargo ships. Each vessel can carry tens of thousands of tons, creating a steady, uninterrupted flow destined for major international markets such as China, Mexico, Europe, and Japan. A significant portion of the remaining soybeans is distributed domestically, meeting the year-round demand of oil extraction plants, protein processing facilities, and the expansive U.S. animal husbandry sector. Thanks to a flexible logistics network that seamlessly combines road transport by truck, rail across the land, and sea freight by ship, the United States maintains a continuous, abundant supply for both its domestic needs and its global market reach. When they arrive at food processing plants, these humble soybeans embark on a truly spectacular transformation, a journey entirely different from their raw material phase. Here, they are skillfully converted by technology into a myriad of familiar products that grace our tables every day. From delicious soy milk and refreshing tofu to savory tempeh or vibrant, frozen edamame. Each product line has its unique process, meticulously controlled by cutting-edge technology to preserve every bit of nutrition and ensure absolute food safety. For soy milk, the beans are thoroughly cleaned, gently soaked until soft, and then finely ground with water at high speed to release their precious proteins. The creamy mixture is then filtered through a fine mesh to separate the pulp, before being channeled into a cooking and sterilization system at carefully controlled temperatures. Finally, the wholesome milk is cooled and packaged by sterile production lines, ready to be shipped out in convenient bottles, cartons, or cans. With tofu, the process is a bit more intricate, requiring delicate precision. Soy milk is heated, then natural coagulants like calcium sulfate or rice vinegar are skillfully added to form soft curds. This curd mass is then pressed in molds to remove excess water, shaping it into blocks of tofu with varying firmness depending on culinary needs. Tempeh, a traditional Indonesian staple, tells a different story. It's created by fermenting dehulled soybeans with a special Rhizopus fungus strain. This fermentation process, lasting 24 to 48 hours, helps bind the beans into a firm, cohesive block, not only rich in protein, but also boasting a unique, earthy flavor. Tempeh is gaining immense popularity in the US, perfectly meeting the growing demand for plant-based protein alternatives to meat. And edamame, is actually young soybeans harvested while still green, kept intact in their pods. They are quickly steamed, flash-chilled, and then immediately frozen to preserve their vibrant green color and natural sweetness. This is one of the most widely consumed soybean products in households and restaurants across the country. From raw ingredients, soybeans have truly become a robust foundation for an array of nutritious, diverse, and essential products. Every process, grinding, filtering, pressing, fermenting, or freezing, is executed by state-of-the-art production lines, ensuring that every product reaching the consumer is packed with full value and perfect quality. Furthermore, in industrial factories, soybeans are pressed to extract oil, a vital ingredient not only for everyday cooking oils, but also for the biodiesel production industry. The meal remaining after oil extraction becomes protein-rich soy meal, an indispensable component in the animal feed industry. Another portion of soybeans is further refined into concentrated protein, SPC, and isolated protein, SPI, crucial ingredients in meat alternatives, nutritional beverages, and sports supplements. Thanks to precise refining, membrane filtration, and component separation technologies, soybeans generate numerous high-value products, truly becoming a central ingredient, forming the backbone of countless industries. So, from a tiny seed planted in the earth, the soybean has embarked on a truly spectacular epic, germinating and growing vigorously, changing its colors as it ripens, then harvested by the hands of the most advanced industrial machinery. After bidding farewell to the field, it continues its adventure, entering a chain of sorting, cleaning, and secure storage in colossal silos, before spreading out everywhere to processing plants or venturing out into the vast world. And at the very end of this wondrous journey, those humble soybeans continue to transform, becoming a myriad of essential products we use every day, from cooking oil, tofu, soy milk, tempeh, refined proteins, and even biofuel to power our machines. A crop that seems simple, but as you can see, is actually a solid pillar of countless economic sectors, playing a pivotal role in the global supply chain. I hope this exploration has brought you many fascinating insights and surprises. Please share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep following more captivating stories about the world of high-tech agriculture. Continuing our story of udo, the wild plant we just mentioned, udo is primarily divided into two forms: wild mountain udo, yama udo, and shade-grown udo, nanka udo. Both thrive from early spring until about April. Yama udo is green, wild-looking, with succulent, thick, upright stems, averaging 60 to 90 centimeters in length and 2 to 5 centimeters in diameter. This type is harvested seasonally when the stems are young and tender. Interestingly, nanka udo, with its pristine white color, is the result of a unique cultivation method, blanching, meaning they are completely shielded from sunlight from a young age. After 30 to 40 days, udo is harvested when it reaches about 70 centimeters in height. The peak harvest season is typically from December to April. This is the crucial point. The cultivation method has been thoroughly optimized. Instead of leaving it to nature, farmers actively create a tightly controlled growing environment, from temperature and humidity to light intensity, ensuring each udo plant grows uniformly and reaches optimal quality. Udo cultivation areas are often only about 1 meter high, making underground harvesting extremely difficult, requiring farmers to constantly squat. This is a challenging job, causing many to suffer from leg and back problems. However, to overcome this challenge, many farmers have proactively transitioned to growing and harvesting udo in greenhouses. Here, all environmental factors such as temperature, humidity, and light are strictly controlled by technology. This not only minimizes the impact of weather, but also optimizes the harvesting process. Udo is carefully cut and immediately packaged for removal from the tunnel. Time here is precious. As soon as it leaves the tunnel, Udo must be processed quickly, because even brief exposure to sunlight will rapidly cause it to lose its characteristic ivory white color and turn green. The logistics system is tightly organized, ensuring Udo is quickly transported to processing facilities, maintaining its freshness and pristine white color. The flavor of Udo has completely transformed the image of wild vegetables. The typical astringency of wild vegetables is almost gone, replaced by a subtle sweetness and a satisfying crunch when bitten. This is what makes Udo Takikawa's specialty. Leaving the high-tech Udo farms, let's move to Lake Kasumigaura, Japan's second-largest freshwater lake, known as the nation's lotus root basket, with the highest production volume in the country. The fertile land along the lake and abundant water resources provide ideal conditions for lotus root to thrive. The lotus root harvest season here extends from July to March of the following year. Notably, at this time, all lotus stems and leaves on the lake's surface are completely cut away, a traditional yet highly effective technique to direct all nutrients to the roots, instead of dispersing them into plant growth. Lotus roots develop underground, lying dormant in the mud, and gradually accumulating starch from summer to winter. This means that lotus roots harvested in the same lake area can have different flavors depending on the harvest time. Young lotus roots harvested in summer often have a delicate sweetness like a pear, while late-season lotus roots, around March, have a characteristic chewy texture and aroma because the sugar has converted to starch. This diversity of flavors allows farmers to offer a variety of products to meet different market demands. Harvesting lotus roots in muddy ponds is extremely arduous work. These lotus fields are 50–60 centimeters deep, forcing farmers to kneel in the mud with water up to their chests, a testament to strenuous labor. The mud makes moving around and finding lotus roots difficult. Farmers say that to dig out the entire lotus root without breaking it requires patience and good technique, as lotus roots do not always grow straight in the soil. On average, 1 kilogram of lotus root costs about $2.8 USD. However, with the support of technology, this process has significantly improved. Farmers have adopted technology, using high-pressure water jets to gently soften the mud, then skillfully using their hands to find the lotus roots. This is followed by a meticulous and careful multi-stage washing process. This sophisticated method helps prevent the lotus root skin from being damaged, ensuring its whiteness and perfect appearance. Lotus roots transported under these careful procedures are not only delicious, but their whiteness and appearance also add to their value. After reaching the processing facility, lotus roots are cut and individually packaged. At Rankon Sano, a typical example, lotus roots are harvested and shipped within 2 days of receiving an order. This system ensures that the product is always fresh when it reaches consumers, a crucial factor in brand building and reputation. This not only optimizes the supply chain, but also significantly reduces post-harvest losses. Can you imagine an oak forest where millions of shiitake mushrooms are quietly growing? Japan, famous not only for lotus roots, but also home to some of the world's finest mushrooms. The process of cultivating shiitake mushrooms here is a vivid testament to the harmonious blend of traditional knowledge and modern industrialization. Farmers meticulously select oak logs with a diameter of about 10 to 20 centimeters, as this is the ideal environment for optimal shiitake growth. The oak logs are neatly stacked and then transported to the shiitake cultivation area. Then, they drill small, evenly spaced holes in the logs, inoculating shiitake spawn into each hole, 10 to 15 cm apart, depending on the desired mushroom size. The spawn is inoculated using a special tool, ensuring correct placement and depth. Each log can yield 2 to 4 times its weight in shiitake mushrooms, depending on the hole size and weather conditions. After inoculation, the logs are placed in an appropriate position for shiitake growth. And to ensure peak quality, Japanese farmers still maintain a traditional method, personally venturing deep into the forest, harvesting each shiitake mushroom by hand. This manual harvesting is not only a cultural practice, but also helps control the quality of each mushroom. Each shiitake mushroom is gently separated from the log and carefully placed into plastic baskets. When the baskets are full, they are taken to storage and preservation areas to prevent spoilage. The slow growth process and natural habitat give shiitake mushrooms a dense texture, rich flavor, and high nutritional value. This semi-wild cultivation method for shiitake mushrooms not only contributes to biodiversity conservation, but also creates sustainable economic opportunities for local communities. The southern provinces of Japan contribute 50 to 55% of the country's total shiitake mushroom production, with relatively high prices. Only a limited amount of wild shiitake mushrooms can be harvested each year. That is why fresh shiitake mushrooms are expensive, and exported dried shiitake mushrooms are even more so. Upon reaching the factory, each shiitake mushroom is meticulously inspected. Substandard ones are removed, all soil residue is thoroughly cleaned, and then they are neatly arranged on drying trays. The drying process takes place under strict control of temperature and time, helping to remove water from the shiitake mushrooms while preserving their flavor and nutrients. This is a high-tech process, ensuring the quality of the final product. Not only shiitake, Japan is also home to the cultivation of reishi mushroom, also known as Ganoderma, a miracle drug that has been used in traditional medicine for thousands of years. After felling, the logs are left to rest for about 2 weeks before they are taken to the inoculation stage. One log can support the growth of 15 reishi mushrooms. The logs, after being inoculated with reishi spawn, are carefully buried underground. This is a process that requires extreme patience, as it takes a full 9 months for the first reishi buds to begin emerging from the soil. And then, after a few more months, when the reishi mushrooms have grown to maturity, they will be harvested and processed in unique ways to maximize their value. What differentiates reishi mushrooms from millions of other fungi are the valuable compounds locked within their cell walls. Compared to shiitake, reishi mushrooms have a significantly slower growth rate. Farmers must patiently wait another 75 to 90 days after the mushrooms begin to sprout before they can proceed with the first harvest. An interesting point is that the yield of reishi mushrooms is directly proportional to the diameter of the original oak log. For example, a 6-inch diameter log will grow reishi mushrooms for about 6 years. This means that larger diameter logs will take longer to wait for the first harvest, but in return, they will yield higher and longer. This is a long-term investment strategy, requiring careful calculation and specialized knowledge. When reishi mushrooms reach maturity, their color gradually turns reddish-brown, and spores begin to emerge from the cap. Mature reishi mushrooms are 1 to 4 inches thick. When harvesting, farmers often prioritize selecting mushrooms with a white underside. This is because if left too late, this part will turn brown, indicating that the mushroom may have started to decompose. Harvesting is done by holding the base with one hand and pulling up with the other. a manual technique that requires dexterity. After washing with water, reishi mushrooms are dried at a temperature below 50 degrees Celsius, a process that helps preserve valuable compounds and extend shelf life. But what happens if a bountiful cabbage field faces a severe labor shortage, preventing timely harvesting? This is a major challenge modern farmers face. Just a few days' delay in harvesting thousands of ripe cabbage heads due to a lack of labor can put the entire crop at risk of severe spoilage, even total loss. Product value declines, investment is wasted, and the risk of financial loss is evident. Imagine scorching sun, sudden rains, or even an unexpected frost can devastate acres of cabbage in an instant. In this context, reliance on traditional manual harvesting not only increases labor costs, but also creates immense time pressure. The challenge is not limited to harvesting, but also extends to processing and transportation to ensure products reach consumers as fresh as possible. Faced with this situation, Japanese farmers have undergone a powerful revolution, integrating high technology into every stage of production, especially in cabbage harvesting. Depending on the variety, after only 70 to 115 days of planting, cabbage plants are ready for harvest. The identifying characteristic of standard cabbage is a broad base of 4 to 6 inches, a firm, compact head, and tightly bound outer leaves. If immediate harvesting is not possible, smaller cabbage heads will be left to continue growing for the next harvest. A clever strategy that optimizes both time and yield. On large commercial cabbage farms, harvesting is performed by automated machines attached to tractors. This is a complete departure from the traditional image. These machines not only gently lift the entire cabbage plant out of the soil, but also completely eliminate the strenuous manual cutting step, which was the most difficult part. The cabbage then moves along a conveyor belt. Human presence is still there, but now they focus on inspecting, removing damaged outer leaves, ensuring each cabbage head is of perfect quality before being placed into containers. Clearly, modern machinery has completely changed the landscape, transforming cabbage harvesting, once laborious and time-consuming, into an exceptionally efficient process that reduces labor to an astonishing degree. These machines move systematically through the cabbage fields. Depending on size and capacity, one machine can harvest multiple rows of cabbage at once, significantly reducing the amount of labor required. High-tech agriculture isn't just about harvesting. It encompasses an entire technological ecosystem, from smart data management systems, sophisticated soil sensors, automated irrigation systems, to analytical algorithms and weather forecasting. These technologies enable farmers to make more precise decisions, from selecting suitable crop varieties and optimizing fertilizer and water use to predicting the ideal harvest time. For example, with soil sensor systems, farmers can monitor soil moisture, pH, and nutrient content in real time. This data is sent to a control center, where algorithms analyze it and provide specific recommendations. Instead of irrigating on a fixed schedule, smart drip irrigation systems deliver only the necessary amount of water at the right time, minimizing waste and optimizing crop growth. Another example is the use of drones in agriculture. Drones equipped with multispectral cameras can scan entire fields, detecting early signs of disease, pests, or nutrient deficiencies. This allows farmers to intervene promptly, applying pesticides only to affected areas rather than spraying indiscriminately across the entire field. This not only protects the environment, but also reduces production costs and ensures food safety. Weather forecasting technology also plays a crucial role. With more accurate predictions of temperature, rainfall, and sun intensity, farmers can plan their cultivation more effectively. They can decide the optimal time for sowing, fertilizing, or harvesting to best suit weather conditions, minimizing risks from natural elements. The modernization of Japanese agriculture is not just about replacing human labor with machinery. It is a comprehensive change in production mindset. It is about using science and technology to gain a deeper understanding of crops, soil, and the environment, thereby developing optimal solutions. This not only leads to higher yields, but also creates agricultural products of superior quality, safety, and sustainability. Let's explore the agricultural product processing industry, an indispensable link where technology once again asserts its paramount role. After harvest, products like udo, lotus root, shiitake mushrooms, and cabbage are transported to modern processing plants. Here, they are sorted, cleaned, packaged, and preserved according to strict standards. The entire process is tightly automated, ensuring each product reaches the highest quality before reaching consumers. For example, in lotus root processing plants, cleaning and cutting are performed by specialized machinery, ensuring precision and hygiene. Vacuum packaging or controlled atmosphere packaging technology helps extend product shelf life without the need for chemical preservatives. This not only preserves natural flavor, but also maintains the nutritional value of lotus root. For shiitake and reishi mushrooms, high-tech drying processes are key. Modern dryers use strictly controlled temperature and humidity, effectively removing water from the mushrooms without losing their aromatic compounds and nutrients. This creates high-quality dried mushroom products that can be stored for a long time and exported worldwide. Meanwhile, after harvesting, cabbage passes through an automatic washing line, removing all impurities and substandard outer leaves. Then, they can be chopped, pre-packaged for consumer convenience, or processed into other products such as sauerkraut. The entire process is closely monitored, ensuring food hygiene and safety. The flexible integration of traditional methods and modern technology is one of Japan's strengths in agriculture. Notably, farmers have not completely abandoned traditional cultivation techniques proven over generations. Instead, they skillfully integrate them with the latest technologies. For example, manual harvesting of shiitake mushrooms is still maintained to ensure the quality of each mushroom, but the process of preparing oak logs and inoculating spawn is optimized by machinery. Similarly, in lotus root cultivation, traditional leaf-cutting techniques are still applied, but cleaning and packaging are carried out using modern technology. This combination creates a balanced production system, preserving agricultural cultural identity while leveraging the benefits of technology. The result of this modernization is an efficient, sustainable, and highly competitive agricultural sector. Japanese farmers not only produce millions of tons of high-quality agricultural products, but also contribute to environmental protection and local economic development. Looking at the numbers, this transformation becomes even more impressive. Post-harvest losses have significantly decreased thanks to advanced processing and preservation methods. Labor productivity has increased many times over as machinery handles heavy tasks, allowing farmers to focus on stages requiring skill and experience. This also helps address labor shortages in the agricultural sector. The story of Japanese agriculture is a continuous journey of innovation, a living testament to how the combination of human intellect, traditional experience, and the power of technology can create extraordinary results. From greenhouse Udo fields, vast lotus lakes, to dense mushroom forests and lush cabbage fields, each place tells a story of relentless effort and incredible adaptability. Investment in research and development is also a key factor. Agricultural research institutes in Japan constantly seek new crop varieties that are more resilient to pests and climate change, while also yielding higher outputs. They also develop new cultivation methods, such as urban farming or vertical farming, where crops are grown vertically in high-rise buildings. This optimizes space, especially in crowded urban areas, and reduces transportation distances from farm to table. Vertical farming is a prime example of applying high technology. In vertical farms, crops are grown in a completely controlled environment, using specialized LED lighting systems to replace sunlight, hydroponic or aeroponic systems to provide nutrients, and precise climate control systems. This allows for year-round cultivation, regardless of seasons or external weather. However, implementing vertical farming requires substantial initial investment costs for infrastructure and technology. Therefore, balancing costs and economic benefits is a challenge. Nevertheless, Japan has been pioneering in this field, with numerous large-scale vertical farming projects implemented, particularly for producing high-value leafy greens. Furthermore, the concept of smart agriculture is becoming increasingly popular and widely applied. Smart agriculture integrates artificial intelligence, AI, the Internet of Things, IoT, and big data into the entire production process. For example, agricultural robots can automatically sow seeds, irrigate, fertilize, and even harvest, minimizing human intervention and maximizing efficiency. IoT sensors are placed throughout the fields to collect data on the environment, soil, and crops, which is then analyzed by AI to provide optimal recommendations. While industrialized and high-tech agriculture offers many benefits, it also raises questions about sustainability and environmental impact. Energy consumption for greenhouse systems, vertical farms, or agricultural machinery needs to be carefully considered. Japanese agriculture is striving to find green solutions using renewable energy and reducing carbon emissions. For example, many farms use solar energy to power irrigation and lighting systems. Water recycling and agricultural waste treatment processes are also implemented to minimize pollution and optimize resources. The goal is to create an agricultural system that is not only efficient, but also environmentally friendly. In summary, the story of Japanese agriculture is a continuous journey of innovation, a testament to how the combination of human intellect, traditional experience, and the power of technology can create extraordinary results. From wild Udo vegetables, elegant lotus roots, nutritious shiitake mushrooms, to fresh cabbage, each product is the result of an optimized production process, ensuring both quality and quantity. Modernization not only helps farmers cope with the challenges of the times, but also opens up new opportunities, transforming agriculture from a traditional industry into a high-tech field with immense potential. This not only ensures food security for a nation, but also inspires the entire world towards a sustainable and prosperous agricultural future. This is the key to ensuring food supplies for billions of people on this planet, a future where technology and nature harmoniously develop together. So, with the outstanding advancements in high-tech agriculture, have you ever wondered? In the future, can we create entirely new types of food, or even grow crops in the most extreme conditions on this planet? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss our next exciting explorations of the modern agricultural world.